what's the goal?
True.
That's and that's sometimes
when you were talking, I was thinking some of the stuff you said pointed at that question. Yeah. I was thinking, I guess it would be good to know the goal because then you would know
if you scored or not.
Yeah, or what the goal looks like, where you're shooting. All that
sounds
stuff.
like to you that you didn't have a goal, so you were just running around the field kicking the ball, getting tired.
I didn't mind
to have a goal. At least you know you need to get to the other end and put it in the back of the net.
True. I think
the goal was to sell the books. You
the reason
had the pre-order before
before the book was written. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Order it now.
The book I'm writing now. I had a pre-order from a year ago. I think it's pre-order. I got how many people signed up already for the pre-order? Don't take the money yet. It takes it when I release it. I've already done the pre-order from last year. Bruv, that's the goal, to sell the book, to get it out. All right, guys, wait, hold up. So we looked at the analytics and apparently 25% of you who watch this podcast are not subscribed. Now, that doesn't make sense because if you're watching this podcast, then you clearly like it and you clearly want more. So the best way to get more is to subscribe. And guess what? Even do another thing, subscribe. Hit that little bell button and put the notifications on. So when we post this exquisite content, right, you'll get it directly in your notifications. So subscribe right now. Thank you.
That's the thing. I think at the time, the goal was I didn't mean to write a book. That's the first thing. So the goal at the time was to write so I wasn't idle because of some other stuff I was going through, and in my head was like, the number one thing I don't want is just blank space that can be filled without me having a say in what fills it. So let me fill that space with activity I feel has a positive side to it. Cool. And had that conversation, wrote it, sent it to a friend, told him to hold it. When the time came, he said, I'm doing this. I've collected all your poems. We're going to put it together and make a book.
Sick. That's a good friend, though.
Great friend. So it kind of came across that way. And because of that, that's probably the goal for me was just to write the words. Yeah. And then it became, this is now becoming a book. And it's like, okay, cool. It could be a leaflet, but no. It's going to be a book. Okay, fine. But no, we're actually going to go and... we're actually going to go and like get this published properly. Oh, no, we're actually going to do this. So for me... I was kind of taken along that journey because it wasn't planned at all. Yeah. But with the second book it's in the process and should be coming out. That should be coming out later this year. Fingers crossed if everything gets sorted. Like you said, the ideas for that is what's the visuals going to look like? Yeah. Do we have the scope to do some type of a short movie that narrates it? Is there an audio book or some type of audio recording, not just the words? What's the other types of media that people who don't like reading can still engage with those words and feel like, I feel that message, even though I'll never pick up that book.
You do a podcast on it.
Those type of things. Yeah, so
a podcast like a series or something.
Like that's like, and because I didn't do that last time, that's the techie part this time of figuring out how to do that, what that process is like. I'm learning how long it is now. Yeah. I'm learning how long it is to juggle like all these different types of ideas of projects, plus everything else I'm doing. Yeah. But also I'm learning the value in it of when I've had the words written for a while, but then when you do like something visual with it and you see the difference in response and you can take that research back and be like, okay, cool. What can I do in the future for the next thing? Yeah. This time it has a different structure. Even that being said, as I'm saying this stuff now, I'm realizing a lot of it isn't based around a personal brand though. Yeah. It's still based around like that book and that moment. So then there's still the question in my head of like, how do it's almost like these, because I write poetry. So these things are kind of like artistically inclined and they're pivoted to that whole like ethereal holding space. And what does that mean? So you can get lost in that feeling of like, okay, it's done. The book is its own thing. And you forget that you also as a person need to capitalize off that so you can do more with that type of content. And that's the bit where I think I'm kind of caught in now, because it's like, yes, I can learn from past mistakes, but then what does that, like, even if I do it better this time, what does that even mean